Ahmed, Richie, congratulations. First 3 points on the board for a brand new season, and you had your Premier League debut today. How did you feel that performance went?
Very good. The most important thing was to get the 3 points, and we did. So I'm very happy with the performance, and most importantly, we got the clean sheet as well.
You seem to have a very good understanding between you. For you, Richie, twice this man next to you set you up today, and a wonderful finish from you for the second.
Yeah, thank you for assist. And I'm so happy with this guy. I think next week this guy needs to score because he worked too hard for the team. And I'm so happy for this guy.
Give us a word on that finish from Richarlison for that second goal. I mean, that can't be something that you've practiced in training.
Yeah, as a winger, one of my responsibilities is to serve the strikers and put them in position where it's easier for them to score. And then I think it was a brilliant finish. I don't think it was a perfect crossbar. He made it look so good. So it's good to set up the strikers. I'm here to serve them.
There was an outrageous bit of skill from you on the touchline as well, where you controlled a ball. It was right in front of the manager, Thomas Frank. And I wondered about you both having that ability to express yourselves. Is he encouraging you to have freedom? Yeah,
part of the main reason why I came here was playing the position I want to play and be in the position where I can entertain the fans, because I believe that's what the game is about. But most importantly, is doing it at the right time and good time in higher positions in the game. So, yeah, it's good we got the win and then enjoy part of the game as well.
And for you, Richie, do you feel you've got that licence to do what you want to do, express yourself?
Yeah, I'm so happy. I think this guy is Brazilian. A lot of dribbles, a lot of skills. Yeah, I'm so happy with the game. The gaffer say it's clean sheet before the game, and yeah, I'm so happy.
So overall, what do you give it out of 10? 10 out of 10?
There's always room for improvement, I think, but we take the 3 points, and then we build on it. Congratulations both. Well done on the 3 points. Thank you.
Thank you.
You never tell from the facial expressions that they just won 3-0.
I thought they got beat. I'm convinced. And Richarlison got dragged after 5 minutes. Two good performances, both of them absolutely outstanding.
Yeah.
Just give me a little smile, a little something.
They have put the Premier League on notice, though, with that combination, combining twice. Kudos to Richarlison, the first one in the first half, and then the second one, the finish a little bit more special.
Yeah, I mean, it was almost a carbon copy, but the second one, as you said there, was so much better. I mean, absolutely fantastic. I mean, this first one, though, again, we spoke about him being patient with Richarlison with his movement.
Yes.
Gets himself in a position where he can either go to the front post, back post, but it's that finish there where he just almost sweeps it into that far corner. Again, you can see here, gets himself in a really intelligent position between the two centre-halves where he can either get to the front post or the back post, as you can see here. His movement's in the perfect position. But as we said, sometimes the best form of movement is just to stand still. He does that, peels off half a yard, and as I said, it's a really, really intelligent finish because it's just behind him and he sweeps it in, Che.
Brilliant finish, great movement from a striker, centre-forward, and really, I think the technique I love as well. You getting your knee over top of it, keeping the ball down, gives Martin Dubravka absolutely no chance in the Burnley goal.
Yeah, Martin Dubravka, of course, conceding that first corner for taking longer over the 8-second rule. We showed that to you a little bit earlier on. Was there anything he could have done about the first, let alone the second?
No, the second's very special. I mean, it's first weekend of the season. Is it too soon to say it could be the goal of the season already? Contender. I mean, kudos, you mentioned it. It's a brilliant stand-up to the back post, but I love Richarlison movement. What the finish is, unbelievable finish. I think Son has got him, the defender. You see them sort of wrestling at the back post here. I think Son, the defender's got to stay with him then. If he does, he might have a chance of affecting the volley or whatever. But I don't want to take any away from the finish. Jules, look at that. That is world class. I think he scored a similar goal for Brazil at one point. It's a brilliant bicycle kick, and to keep it down again, keep that control, gives Dubravka no chance. It's a brilliant goal.
He's already halfway to last season's total in terms of Premier League goals. Scored 4, got 2 now in the opening game. Job done.
He's certainly landed on a marker. World Cup year as well. He's certainly telling to Thomas Frank as well, listen, I want to play this season. I want to be Spurs' top goal scorer. I want to be the main man. He got the opportunity today and certainly he's taken it. Yeah,
Brennan Johnson had that honour last season, though, and he's also up and running, adding the third.
I love this goal from Richarlison. Really look at Richarlison here. We talk about his 2 brilliant first goals, but look at his hold-up play. He's fighting 1 or 2, even nearly 3 players at Burnley. Sarr comes on to it, of course, and it's a fantastic finish, but a great sprint. We've seen Brennan Johnson do this a lot last year, coming from the opposite wing, actually. But look at Richarlison here, just so strong. The defender can't get off, and it's great having them volley finishes, but that's a very important part of a centre-forward job as well, holding it up there.
You have to, yeah, and even just laying it off to Sarr and letting... I mean, here, gets his body in between, because the defender probably thinks he's got it, but Richarlison, he fights. But again, the run from Brennan Johnson, and it's that little extra touch there, and he just waits that split second for the goalkeeper to start to go down, and then outside of his right foot just lifts it into that far corner. It's a lovely, lovely finish.
Yeah, it's the perfect start for Thomas Frank in his first Premier League home game as Spurs.
We saw them come awfully close in the Super Cup against PSG, one of the best teams, but they didn't get the result. Today we saw it. He mixed up, he went back to a back four as well, which looked really, really effective. But as you said there, Richarlison getting 2 goals, Brennan Johnson doing that as well. For as a manager, you couldn't have wished for a better start to the season.
Yeah, Tottenham's joint best Premier League opening day victory. It also means that they've gone 4 wins in a row against Burnley, obviously returning to the Premier League now. We wondered how that brilliant defence of last season would hold up.
Yeah, I think it shows a step up as well, Jules. You know, this is not the Championship. This is the big boys league. It's the top league in the world. And again, defensively, they have to do better. I think they really will. The goals, we're looking at the brilliance of Richarlison and the brilliant play from Tottenham. But Scotty Parker and his staff and his team will analyse that game in the next 24, 48 hours and see where can they improve. Because we said before the game, the most important thing for Burnley is to keep it nice and solid, keep it nice and tight at the back, and they didn't do that today. And especially, I thought it was a good time to play Tottenham on the back of just Wednesday night's game, the Super Cup, the defeat. But Tottenham bounced back brilliantly today.
And then up front, there were a couple of opportunities, but just not taking them, Burnley.
No, and unfortunately, in the Championship last season, you can get away with little things, little mistakes at the back. You might not get punished. You can miss maybe 1 or 2 opportunities and still go on and win the game. In the Premier League, even if they're half chances, you have to find a way of manufacturing it and taking it. And if you don't do it, you'll get punished.
Yeah, so overall, great day for Spurs because, you know, as they mentioned, I think Kudus reminded us, clean sheet as well, which is very important for them. What do you make of them this season? Where have you ranked them in terms of, you know, the Premier League? And
well, again, I think probably another couple of weeks for the transfer window. I think he is definitely looking maybe for another couple of players, especially in that 10 position. Obviously, Maddison's out for the season. They tried to sign Gibbs-White, of course, that didn't happen. So I do believe they'll likely strengthen that department. And also, as said before, it's a Champions League campaign for Tottenham. Let's not forget that. So they've got that extra amount of games, and not just 6 games now in a group stage. It's actually 8 in the Champions League with the new format as well. So I think the squad in depth needs to be strengthened. But again, give Thomas Frank great credit. I mean, Solanke on the bench today. He started with Richarlison. He's got 2 goals. I think Darren saying off air he was like devastated he got dragged off because as a striker he wanted to stay on for his hat-trick. But again, Thomas Frank is thinking maybe about the next game, keeping him fresh for the next Premier League game.
Well, it's a bit of a goal-shy goal rush, let's be quite honest, because so far we only have 1 goal across the 3 games, and that's in our feature match, Spurs against Burnley. What did you make of the action in the first 45 before we get into it?
Yeah, we're looking for a name change for the goal rush. No, it's a fantastic goal to start with. We Tottenham, of course, we're delighted to see a goal, and a brilliant goal from Richarlison. Of course, you know, Solanke wasn't quite fit to start today, and Richarlison, he's got the pick from Thomas Frank to start the game. And he's come up early with a fantastic goal.
Yeah, and involvement from the new boy, Mohamed Kudus, as well, with the cross.
Yeah, it was really well worked by Spurs, certainly done that right-hand side. And it's really, really good movement from Richarlison, which we'll see in a minute. But yeah, Kudus getting to the byline, getting across into a good area, but it's a really, really good finish from Richarlison. Doesn't try to smash it, but here you'll see a better angle of it. I mean, Richarlison's patient, his movement's really, really good. He gets in a position where he can go either way. If he's frees it there, he can go to the back post, he can go to the near post, but he gets himself in a position where one run doesn't take him out the whole sequence. And in the end, sometimes standing still is the best movement, and he just gets into an area, peels off half a yard, but it's a really good finish, as you can see here. Doesn't try to smash it, he almost just guides it into that far corner. It's an awkward height as well. Because he keeps it down, that's what beats the goalkeeper. It's a really, really smart finish.
Yeah, I love that. You know, we talk about Anthony Gordon, maybe not so sure the number 9 striker. Richarlison plays it perfectly. Sometimes it's doing nothing. Sometimes it's knowing where you're at in the box. Stand still, go near post, go back post. He's actually stand still, readjusted. And again, Darren's right, it's a brilliant finish, nice controlled finish.
Yeah, he had 4 goals in the Premier League last season. He's already got 1 in the opening 10 minutes of the first game. Now, we had an incident in this match in the first 45 minutes, which kind of highlights one of the new rule changes or amendments for the season. So the 6-second rule for goalkeepers holding onto the ball wasn't really enforced. It's 8 seconds now, and that is going to be carefully watched this season.
Yeah.
We see the ref give a 5-second countdown, and then what happens is a corner is awarded to the opposition team. Now, we were warned about this kind of in the build-up to the season, and we've seen it happen for the very first time in this game, and it's Martin Dubravka.
Well, we've got the clock on the top left-hand corner as well to see how long he's kept it, and we'll signal the referee now as well. The referee's told to give a 5-second signal to Martin Dubravka. He's given that now. Keep an eye on the clock as well. And what has changed as well, in the past, he would have given indirect free kick inside the box. The new law change has said now, no, it's a corner for the opposition. And what it is to try and speed the game up. You know, stop goalkeepers wasting time, that sometimes we do. But again, it's a law change, and I hope that continues throughout the course of the season, because sometimes they bring these law changes, the first few weeks they're all on it. 3 months down the road, they take their foot off the pedal. But I think the referees are on this, and it's the right decision, and Martin Dubravka will learn from that.
Yeah, thank you for the honest admission there in and amongst that analysis. I think it's also because he wasn't looking like he was going to get on with it.
No, but obviously maybe it's a product of what has come before him, because usually he's used to catching the ball, taking his time, the referee's not really enforcing it. But as Shay said there, as long as they continue it, then it is a fantastic rule. It will speed up the game, but you don't want to see after 5-6 games, then it goes back to how it was. But it was nice to see them intervene and give a corner for that.